Okay, I have these pants right here that I'll be using for my closet. And yeah, I was supposed to be making these pants for me. That's why I was using these pants for my closet. But in the end, they did not fit me. This is my first time using this blanket fabric. So yeah, I thought these pants was gonna help me, but apparently they was not the right pants to use. They had no stretch in them, but anyway, don't be like me. Get some pants that do not stretch and that's wide leg. So I will be selling these pants. They are a size small with a waist of size 26 to 30. So if you would like these pants, go to my Depop, which will be linked in the description. So right here, I'm just cutting out the front panels of the pants, and I'll put the pants in a certain spot because I wanted a certain design in the front of the pants. So I'm just cutting this out and use. Now I'm doing the back of the pants. So you want to fold the back of your pants that you're using. Make sure it's straight and you can see the curve in the where the crotch area is in the back. Make sure you line it up correctly, and then make sure you leave at least about 2 to 3 inches away from the pants. Do that for the front as well. And I'm just figuring out which part I want to do for the back. So you just cut it out. Cutting these pants out was definitely an exercise. I was doing all this movement around the floor trying to get these pants right. Now I'm cutting out the side pieces where the fringe is supposed to hang on the side. So I'm cutting it off the edge so I can be able to put it in between the front and back panels of the pants. So just cut whatever part of fringe color you want, because usually it's 2 sets of fringes on the side of the blanket. So I'll cut the part off that was black and white. And now I'm going to put the fringe in between the pants. So make sure that you are lining the fringe part on the edge, on the outside edge of the pants leg. And then so you could sew it on there. Now you just want to pin or clip the edge where you have the fringe and between the front and back panels of the leg. And now you want to sew along the part that you pinned, which is the outside of the leg. Right there. Then let's get to the sewing machine to sew these on up. I'm using a zigzag stitch since the thing is a woven fabric. So just sew along and continue to sew until you get to the end of the ankle. And you want to make sure you backstitch at the beginning and at the end of the pants. So there, I done sewed it up. Now you want to do the inner part of the legs. Make sure you do not do the crotch part. Do the crotch part at the edge and down. So you see me having it clipped right there. and just sew down to the ankle. Now I have it all sewn up on both legs. And now you want to take one of the legs and have it inside out and one of the legs on the right side out. You want to stick the one that's right side out inside the one that's inside out and pull it through. Make sure it's the fringes are on the same side. So you want to line the seams up, pull it all the way through. Make sure it's lined up. Make sure that the seams right here match up in the middle, and then you want to clip it. You want to clip it all around the edge right there. You could use pins also if you want to. I'm using clips. Sew it all the way around right there. So all the way to the edge. So you want to sew it. So let's get to the sewing machine. I'm still using the zigzag stitch. So just sew it till you get to the end. Make sure you back stitch. Crotch area up right there. You can see I sewed it up. Now you want to pull the leg outside. Now it's attached. So now the pants is almost done. All that's left to do is do the waistband. And here is me. I will show you what it looks like on the outside once it's all stitched together. And you should have it on the outside when you're about to do the waistband. I had a little piece of the string right there hanging out that came from the inside, so I'm just gonna cut them pieces off. Now this is what the pants are looking like so far. We're almost done. the edge of the pants, of the top part, so you can make the waistband. I used an inch. I folded down an inch because that's the elastic size that I had. Just fold it down, whatever elastic size that you have, fold it down that much. And then you want to pin it all around. And then after, you want to sew that up. Let's get it to the sewing machine, and you want to sew along the edge part that you folded, so to leave enough room for you to insert the elastic band. This is what your waistband should look like. You have a hole right there for you to insert the elastic. And then you want to put a safety pin onto your elastic at the end, so you can feed it through the tunnel that you made for the waistband. So just put it through, and you want to push it and pull it until you get to the other side of the hole. Yeah, I got this on the end of the hole. Take the safety pin off, and you want to once you have the safety pin off, you want to line up the elastic and sew it together with a zigzag stitch. Make sure that you have the elastic flipped on the right side on each side, so you don't have a twisted elastic band. Cause I did that before, and you don't want to do that. Cause I had to one time I had to take the whole elastic out and make a whole new elastic band. But usually you don't have to do that. If you mess it up, just cut the part that you sewed and then put it back together and sew it correctly. You'll still have enough room to use for the waistband. So after that, you want to pull the elastic through the rest of the tunnel so it can be flat, so you can sew up the hole. You want to cut these pieces of threads off. And then pull the waistband of the pants to make the elastic go in there. And then you want to close the waistband up by pushing the elastic in and folding it and pin it. And then you're gonna sew right on the edge where it was the opening at, and sew it right up. I actually wouldn't recommend using this type of fabric because it was shedding everywhere and it has no give in it at all. No type of stretch. So that's why I told you to use some pants that you have no stretch on. But there is a different type of blanket that's made of wool. And I will recommend using that one instead of the one I have right here. Right here, I cleaned up the edges. So I cut off the part that was stringy inside the inside of the pants. And I used the overlock stitch on my machine. And so the edge up to clean it up. So I will do that to the rest of the pants. And then we'll have a clean finish. And that's how it should look once you do the overlock stitch. And that's how it looks without the overlock stitch. So it's very unkept, since this fabric does a lot of unraveling. So I just did this overlock and stitching. Here's a close-up view of the overlock stitch I did, so it will make a more secure stitch in your pants and make it clean.